Like, as long as you're hydrated and fed,
Man,
no big deal.
during the heat, we'll go out, like, they've got a fridge in the office here with, like, heaps packs of Super Dupers and stuff, and the misso will just walk around the gym, just hand them out.
Yeah,
Well,
perfect.
you got to.
Yeah.
We it's
But
not
how
too
many...
bad. Like in Valhalla, Valhalla's fine. It's the heat that's getting me is when I'm out at Dolphins and we're on the field at like 4:30 doing some warm up stuff, and it's just fucking belting down. And then we're in the gym after, and you have 34 sweaty body heat blokes in this small area.
Yeah.
That fucking that takes it out of me.
Sweaty man.
Yeah, it gets hot here as well. It's mental. But like, how many powerlifting comps are in air conditioned buildings?
Exactly.
Very rarely. Yeah.
I've been to one. Oh no, I've been to a few now, but not
Was
like they're all
States air
sporadic.
conditioned?
Nah.
Ours is.
Yeah.
Oh, yours is. Yeah, of course.
States was and Nationals was, but they still have a door open the whole time.
Mm.
Yeah.
But same, like, I have a fair few bodybuilders that train up here as well.
Yeah.
And then, like, most of them are held in auditoriums where they are air conditioned. But I done some judging for NABA, and man, even just sitting on the judging panel, those lights are that hot. Like, you watch, people are coming out mopping the floors with sweat and tan off in between.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like so. The advantage of training in an unair conditioned gym, especially as an athlete, are like so much higher.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that like that was that hot. That there's fucking sweat. I understand the strain of the sport, but tan, fucking hell.
Tan, sweat just dripping off them up on stage, and they're obviously that dehydrated and cut that.
Yeah.
You know, like every bit of ounce of water is just dripping out of them.
Whatever's left.
Pretty mental. Yeah, whatever's left, not much.
Fucking hell, that is hectic. But to be honest, I'm glad that we did invent aircon at this time and put it on before I got in, made myself a coffee, and I'm actually quite comfy now.
I got it right there.
Yeah.
There it is.
Mine's up the back. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I would point mine, but I have to lift my whole laptop, and I can't be fucked doing that right now. But wait, I mean, since none of us are, I don't know, actually, Brad, are you a Friggy by trade or anything?
No.
Okay, sweet. Then I think we should switch gears about the aircon conversation and let's chat about you, mate.
All things Brad.
Fucking the Iron Palace episode.
That's it. Yeah. So what do you sort of want to know?
Let's ask you one question.
Yeah.
21 words, who you are and what you do.
Okay, so Brad Morris, I'm 30 years old, turned 30 this year. Opened Iron Palace 2021. Had no idea what I was doing. Just saw there was a market for it, and just been riding the wave. That's basically it. Powerlifters, bodybuilders, just all things strength. We sort of love here, so whatever strength, with no weakness in strength, sort of thing. So we just love all types of weightlifters, everything.
Sick. So mate, what spurred you on? Like, for those who don't know, like, you're in Gympie, which is, as you said before, you're an hour and 45 north of Brizzy.
Yeah.
Bit of a trek from Brizzy, not so much now since they upgrade all those highways. But what spurred you on to open a gym in a very remote location at the peak of COVID, when a lot of business was still trying to claw their way out of, especially gyms, still claw out of the way the damage that COVID did?
So I started training because I was playing football. Sort of like decent football player, sort of got fat when I left, stopped playing, getting lazy, was trying to get back into it, and then sort of like had a good friend, well, now he's a good friend, sort of like take me under his wing and start training me and teaching me.
Yeah.
And while he was doing that, sort of I found a love for it. Wanted to have my own gym, obviously, because, you know, every young fella starts training and then goes, man, I'd love to own my own place. Didn't even think about it, just let it go, kept working, saving up some money. And then it come time to where I wanted to do something for myself, tired of making money for other people, and went, why don't I just give it a crack? Another mentor I had, Shout out to him, Russ Zilstra, who's like my barber.
Yeah,
so
right.
He was like my unofficial coach.
Yeah.
So I'd go get my hair cut by him, and he'd sit and he's like, "What are you doing with your bench? Like, where's it moved? Like, how have you got stronger?" And I was like, "I'm doing this." He goes, "Cut that out. Start doing this." He was old school bodybuilder.
Yeah,
so
right.
Obviously had a lot of strength about him.
Yeah.
And sort of like teaching me some tricks of the trade to help me get stronger. Yeah, saved up my money, and my old bosses from where I was working were moving on. I sort of didn't want to take on a position with the new bosses.
Yep.
And I was getting my hair cut with him one day, sort of going, "Russ, I don't know what to do, mate." He said, "Well, how about you pull that trigger on that gym that you've always wanted? You've got a bit of money saved." And honestly, man, we did not have much money saved. Like, when it comes to gyms, you know what gyms cost to fit out. Like, I think to have a world gym franchise, you've got to have $1 million worth of assets.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm like, I can't do that. So I sat there and looked at, sort of did a bit of research, was like, who pays gym memberships all year round? Is it mums and bubs? Sometimes. New Year's resolutioners, not all the time. It's the serious guys who train all year round. Whatever sort of thing they're into, they're serious, so they train all year round.
Yeah.
Which means your bills get paid all year round.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, you're looking at, well, I can't buy 500 grand's worth of equipment. I can't afford that. What can I do? Well, I've got 80 grand saved. How about I start a gym on that? Because those people who are hardcore don't actually care what the gym equipment looks like, as long as it's functional and works well. So it was like, well, let's start an old school gym, old school equipment, secondhand equipment, and go from there. And that's literally how we started. I had a storage container, which I was just online buying things secondhand when they'd come up cheap during COVID. Just kept buying them, storing it. And then it got to the point where I was stressing to the missus. I was like, "Babe, there's 80 grand's worth of stuff sitting in the shipping in a storage container, and we don't have a place, and I'm paying $500 a month in storage. I need to like get in."
You need space, yeah.
Yeah, and we got in, like friends helping us out, like painting and doing stuff like that, and away we went. I remember paying my first 2 months worth of rent up front, and I had $300 left in my bank, and I was like, if this does not work in 2 months, I'm the sort of person, man, I fight till I've got nothing left.
Yeah.
Sometimes to a detriment.
Yeah.
So you hold on too long, you're still trying to like stop yourself from drowning, and then all of a sudden you've gone way too far and you can't get yourself out. So I was like, I've got 2 months to make this work. And within the first 2 months opening, it was paying rent.
Yeah, wow.
It paid for all its rent, and then since then we haven't stopped. Just kept.
Mate, that's fucking unreal. So you gave yourself 2 months, fucking do or die, live by the sword type, and it's such a humble story because as you said, like, you need a lot of money to open a gym, but realistically, like 80 grand is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but the people you were targeting, those hardcore serious people, they don't care what the equipment looks like as long as they can use it. As long as is it working? Is there weights in the gym?
Yeah, and we did everything on our own. Like we were talking about just with aircon. Aircon costs a lot of money, so I can't have an air conditioned gym because I can't afford to run it. So what else can't you have? Like heaps of cleaners and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that myself. The missus is going to help do that. Like all our marketing. Lucky the girl's pretty good with the phone because I'm shocking. And now she's actually a social media marketer now. And gets paid to do it from sort of like seeing what she could do with the gym side of things.
Yeah, right.
So like we were very lucky. But I remember sitting there and, like there were so many instances where people's businesses have folded, in the first year. Like let's say 90% of small businesses fail in the first 2 years.
Easily.
And I was like, that's fine. If we fail, we fail, but it's not going to be for lack of work.
Yeah.
If it means, like when we first opened, we weren't 24 hours a day. So I would be at the gym at 4 a.m. and I'd be at 10 p.m. to make sure our crew had their time to train. And we did that. I did that for about 6 months. And like my missus at the time, she was working in a bakery from 5 a.m. in the morning. finish at lunch, and then she'd start her job at a jeweler where she'd work sometimes late night in Gympie till 9 p.m. on a Thursday.
Fucking
and
hell.
that was just like what we did, man. Grind. And like, that's where it comes down to, is like, you people see that too, but so like the people we've managed, the members that we've managed to accrue, I wouldn't trade them for anything. We would not trade. Like, I liken it to a little bit like it's like the Fortitude crew. You see them at things and like they're so tight knit. They help everybody. They help each other. Like anyone at their events gets looked after like their family. Like, and then you see the Fortitude family look after each other. It's like, that's sort of what we wanted here without knowing that Fortitude even existed when I started. And then I've seen the first comp I seen Johnny at was a her raw comp.
Oh yeah.
Like a novice comp. I took one of my girls to lift there. We just sort of sat back and was like, that's what I've been trying to make. You know what I mean? That feeling. And it was just so funny to see them both like marry up on the day. It's like, that's what I've been chasing in my gym. That's what I've been working towards. And I can actually see it. Like, it's tangible.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can't always articulate very well because it is so intangible.
Yeah,
but once you see it, you know that's it.
Yeah, and you feel it. Like, you can actually feel it.
100%. You go to any Capo event, any Fortitude event, you know who's running the event, why it is
100%.
the event it is, because it is just so welcoming, encompassing. Everyone's coming in. And you know what? The best thing about the Fortitude crew is, it doesn't matter even if you're not in the Fortitude crew, because they will welcome you in and fucking help you to the very last bit.
100%. Like, if you're not in the Fortitude crew, by the end of the day, you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's just how it works. But yeah, like, the crew that we've managed to mass here, man, like, put it in perspective for you. We, 2 years now? 2022, actually. We had a flood come through Gympie, and my gym was in the flood zone. So obviously I opened because I was like, I need to get in a place quickly.
Yep.
So I took up a shed place that was like in a flood zone, and people go, "Oh, that's crazy, that's silly," but you're like, you got to do what you got to do. We opened this gym there, and then the flood came through. I had the crew in there with me. We managed to empty the gym. We had 5.5 meters of water through the place.
Fuck.
5.5 meters, man. And like, then our crew went to Mary Street, which is the main street in Gympie here. Help clean out some places there. Help, like, you know, just help do what they could do. And then I remember helping a friend. It was mental, man. I think it's the biggest flood Gympie's had in 100 years.
Yeah, it was hectic. I remember seeing photos from some relos, and it's just hectic.
Yeah. We come back. Water started to subside. I was helping a friend at his parents' bakery, like, clean out, and a few of our members were there as well. Like, just good crew of people helping out. And I remember we finished there for the day, and the boy said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just going to go down and have a look at the gym, see how much water's sort of subsided from there."
Yeah.
And I remember the missus and I pulling up, and we were walking out the water, and I noticed the shed 2 doors up from us had their door open. So clearly the boys, it was low enough that they could walk around in it.
Yeah.
So I turned to my mate, and he actually, one of the other boys pulled up in his ute. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going in." And then 20 minutes later, there's 4 or 5 boys in there with me, up to our neck in floodwater, hosing the crap off the roof as it started coming down. Otherwise, it would stick. So you had to get in there and just like hose it down, man. Then the next day, the crew come through. There's like 10, 15, whoever's on this side of town out of our crew turned up. And literally 2 days later, the gym's fully operational again.
Fucking insane.
We had other gyms. I don't know if it was sinister or not, but other gyms messaging us saying, "Hey, real sorry about what's happened. Feel free to let your members know that they can train here for free." Well, you guys are in it. And I was like, I don't know where that, like, I appreciate that, but we're all good. We'll be ready in 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the crew we've got. Like, it's awesome.
Pretty good to turn over a flood-ridden gym in 2 days, bro.
2 days, man. It was nuts. Even when we moved to our new spot now, thank God, out of the flood zone. A lot more in rent, but the new place, we went to install it. Like, we had the gym finished. The guys come through to do our security cameras here. And he's like, hey, man, I'll set up the security cameras. They're all running and stuff. I'll just, like, get all the logins and stuff done for you. It'll be 20 minutes. It's like, no worries. When I had a session with a member, sort of, like, keeping an eye on my office going, what's this fella doing on my computer? He's been in there for, like, an hour. Come back in. What's going on with the computer? Like, what's going on? He goes, man, the camera's missing a couple of days. It's like, why? He goes, the Friday we can see on the camera that there's nothing in the gym, and then Sunday there's a full gym in here. I said, yeah, it moved in on Saturday. So the gym went from being completely empty, concrete floor, shed, to having full mats, full turf, walls up, all the equipment in, fully operational by Monday morning. So he was just like, I don't understand, like, what's wrong with the cameras. It took him an hour to figure out. I was like, no, we haven't missed days. That's how quickly it went in.
We just worked.
Wow.
Just the crew turned up and got stuck in.
That's fucking insane. And what about, like, yourself sitting back now after, you said before, you had $300 in your bank left when you fucking opened this place.
Yeah.
You've gone through floods, gone through the COVID, you picked up, obviously, a sick community. What's it like sitting back now and just watching this all unfold for you?
Some days it's very surreal, bro. Like, I went and did a seminar with Sebastian Orb, and I met Mel Sloan, so Reaper. I met Reaper there. He was like, are you coaching anyone? I said, no. He said, why not? And I sort of, like, learned my trade through him. He's like, you need to start doing it. Even now, like, we took a bus to the Capo deadlift tonight.
How sick was that?
Like, it's mental, man. It's mental. Like, I wanted 40, and I told Johnny I wanted 40, but we ended up getting 15 lifters.
So cool.
But the year before,
on a fucking bus.
And I had 5 that couldn't lift on the day, so it was meant to be 20. The year before, we had 2, and then 1 had COVID, so I had 1 lifting. This year it's 15. Next year, I want to deliver the 40 for Johnny.
Yes.
But yeah, like, it's super surreal, man, just sitting back and just seeing, like, I was in a shed, 40-degree heat. My mum was like, you're mental. Like, what are you doing? You're going to lose all the money that you've saved. And I was like, yeah, but it's just like, I have this, like, training at other gyms, they weren't quite scratching that itch. I trained with Reed Emery, and I used to train at a gym in town. And it just, like, we joked about it back then, about me opening a gym. Reed used to bring his own bar to the gym. He'd just sign up, hello, can I bring my own bar in? They're like, yeah, that's fine. He'd just bring his bar and take it home. And but no, it's very surreal. Like, the crew we've got here, the community that it's got, if some days I just sit back and I'm like, this is absolutely mental ride. But yeah, it's lunacy some days, man.
Yeah, 100%. You got, like, that's a community. It's just a mixed bag, but it's always a good mixed bag, and you never know what you're going to get. It keeps it interesting. And, like, what's your future plans for the Iron Palace?
I just want to keep growing, but I don't want to ever lose the feel. Like, I'm sure Johnny's been asked to open franchise gym and not franchise his gym before, but it's like, you don't want to lose what you have. You can't lose, like, people will train here, like I said, in the heat, in the hot, in the trenches together on secondhand equipment because of the community around them. And, like, can you replicate that in the future? Probably not. Or if you can, it'd be extremely difficult. I just want to keep growing. Like, we have a thing at the moment where I've capped my memberships at 250 members.
Yeah, right.
So we don't want over 250 members. So that way it keeps the community tight, good people who want to help each other. Saying that your memberships have to be a little bit more expensive, but that's part of the thing. People understand that. But I just want to keep growing, man, and, like, I have a love of powerlifting and stuff, and love of lifting in general. I'm still very green to it, very, like, learning about things, like learning what works for my lifters, what doesn't. So I'm always constantly trying to learn, but I'm like, I enjoy challenges in life, like whatever they are. Honestly, business has been the biggest challenge I've probably faced, and I don't know if it's ADHD. Yeah, I don't know if it's ADHD or whatever, but I get bored when I'm not pushing. I just like at the moment our Iron Throne challenge that we've got coming up in January. I've just been hustling with that, like doing whatever I can to grow that thing massive.
Got
swords. That one we're looking forward to. That like even swords as trophies, Iron Thrones as trophies.
That's dope.
Yeah. I just want to do something cool, bro. Like watching Johnny's crew do what they do. I'm like, well, let's front up and meet him and like help. Like he's pushing that hard to grow. Like why can't we push that hard to help grow as well?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We did a novice comp in March this year. 30 athletes. I can't. Probably like 25 of them. Yeah, 25 of them were my novices.
Yeah,
coached and trained. There was like 200 spectators in my gym, 400 square meters. Like it was hectic. Plus the lifters. Insane. Yeah, like in little Gympie, man. And then I think out of those 20 lifters, we blooded another 8 of them as into sanction meets now.
Wow, that's unreal.
So out of 25, 8 moved into sanction meets. Another 5 or 6 of those competitors from that one comp will do their first sanction meet here in January. So yeah, that's it, man. Just trying to do something different, do something cool.
And man, as a place like Gympie, like it's untapped.
Yeah, that's it. Like
no one else is powerlifting up there.
I said to people, I was like, I want a old school hardcore gym.
Yeah.
And I said, like 250 members would be perfect. Or when I first started, I only wanted 100. I was like, 100 members would be awesome. And they said, do you have 100 hardcore trainers in Gympie? And I was like, no, but there's definitely 100 hardcore people who think they are. And I was like, that's how it starts.
Yep.
They go, I can do that. And then they turn up and then you actually teach them that they can do that. And away it goes. But yeah.
Absolutely.
You'll be it's mate, 250 member cap, mate. You'd be beating them off with a stick.
Yeah, like literally at the moment we've added on fitness passport. I don't know if you guys know much about that.
Oh yeah.
So the fitness passport sort of thing, they depending on where they work, like up here it's sort of like anyone who works for the council, the DMVs, essentially, a couple of big employers in town. I think they get a discount on their insurance and stuff like that if they have a fitness passport deal happening. So their members have somewhere to train, they're keeping fitter, healthier, and in turn they're less workplace injuries. Not to have this argument or whatever about fitness passport. When we opened, we wanted to be on fitness passport. Fitness passport's like, nah, we don't have a spot for you. We don't really want to dilute it. And I'm like, I'm not talking ill. They just didn't know. They didn't know the following that we ended up accruing. And I think last month alone there was 230 scans with fitness passport through our gym.
Wow.
So like we get paid per scan. Which is so it's like, oh shit. Okay, they're actually like doing something up here.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. That's all we're trying to do is just keep growing, keep trying, keep helping the members. Like that's the thing here. It's like try and be member first. Member first, you always end up on top, man. Yeah, it might cost you more money some days. It might cost you more in this, but you end up like, man, with the floods, I couldn't have paid people to help me be in that water. But there I'm standing there with 10 dudes up to their neck in like sewerage to help the gym.
Yeah.
That's worth way more to me than the extra bit of money, hey?
Yeah.
Always
those are members for life, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, they're the ones who thick and thin. Like, if I showed you the photos when I first opened my gym, you'd be like, that's not even real. Like, you're not opening your gym like that. So when we first opened, we had our founding 50. So they received the best price. We call them our Iron Palace Originals. And those founding 50, I believe out of those 50, there's still like 40
How
of them
that?
still on our books.
Yep. How
And
cool is that?
yeah, you'll see like some comps and stuff. You'll see us rolling around with like NFL jerseys on that say original on the back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The first, so you'll see original on our back. So they're the original 50, and they have their own numbers.
Oh,
so
wow.
those numbers will never be taken off them. So like, you might have number 10. He was the 10th member through my doors, and is still with us, and no one will ever take his number.
Hey.
Yeah, wow.
How cool is
So
that?
yeah, doing stuff like that's pretty cool, and that they see that we appreciate them by doing things like that and honouring them.
Yeah.
So have you got number 1 shirt?
I've got 0-0.
Yeah, sick.
I've got 0-0. The missus has 0-1, and then it goes from there. She claims 0-1. She's always the best. Just ask her. She's going to watch this back later and jam me for that.
That's all right.
Look. I don't know if you can see this. It might be backwards. But here's a little note to me saying, don't swear, don't say anything inappropriate. She knows me too well.
Say everything.
Say that's right.
Everything.
Yeah. She's like, put it in here in front of me so I don't mess up.
No way. Say everything you want because that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And what about your coaching?
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing I like about you, Brad, is like you kind of own the fact that you're just starting out, and you've got a lot to know, but then you go and source that information by, like hanging out with Reaper and going to see Sebastian Oreb and picking my brain for ideas and stuff on comps. Like you're
100%.
thirsting for knowledge to try and improve, which is awesome.
All I want to do is like, I'm one of these people that if I'm not good at it, I'm about to learn. Whatever it is. Like, for example, when we open a gym, I had no idea, man. I'm going to do my tax on my own. I did all my tax on my own. Holy hell, that was a learning curve. But you know what I mean? Like, I want to learn. Like, that's how it is. And like, you see a lot of that within the boys here too. They ask so many questions, and the girls constantly picking your brain. You can never be mad about that. Like, someone trying to better themselves. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm so green to it, bro. Like, I'm just learning, constantly trying to upskill, constantly trying to make my team better. But yeah, and when it comes to programming and stuff like that, I'm very green. I just know the basics and what I do, and I just make like my coaching brand. We call it Bare Bones Coaching. And when we opened it, it was simply bare bones. It was like, this is how we know what to do. This is not a flim-flam, fluffied up way of doing things. This is what I know how to do. Work hard and do it. And that's just, and it's slowly, at the moment, currently, I think I have 57 on the books that we coach.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like, just trying to be smart about how we grow that in the future. Not let it go too far where I can't deliver a proper program or a proper product or a proper service. Yeah, exactly.
And 57 people looking after is
Plus
a lot of people.
Oh, dude,
Plus the gym.
Plus the gym. And like, we tried, like with the Polished Man sort of thing, we put up a bit of a post. I wanted to donate some of my time towards the Polished Man this year.
That was extraordinary.
It's not getting on my high horse at all, bro, but like I earn my living from the gym. So like, the missus works part-time as well. And like, our majority of our living comes from the gym. So when it comes to Polished Man, I put up a thing saying, hey, any sessions during like these dates, I'll donate the full money to Polished Man. And people sort of went, oh man, that's amazing. And then I sort of went, oh shit, it makes out that like it's my full income. But it's not. Like, it's cream, if that makes sense. Like, technical sessions might be only like $200 a week or something that I do. So it was like, I didn't want it to come. I then read it back, and people were messaging me going, oh, that's super generous. I was like, oh shit, I don't want it to look like I'm there on my high horse or nothing. It was just that. I'm lucky enough that I don't have to pay rent to anybody to train people. It's my place. Whereas, like, I understand my PTs and my coaches and stuff pay me rent, so they could never do something like that. But
But still, in a way, like, you can say it's the cream of crop or whatever, it's still part of your livelihood, it's still part of your income. So no matter whatever, like, what angle people want to choose to look at, it still can never be taken away. That is a fucking generous, very giving thing that you did. And mate, Johnny had a record break at Polish Man. They raised it an enormous amount, which couldn't have been done without that effort of what you gave. Yeah. So I think
it would have even been higher, bro. Because half our crew, I was like, hey, once you do this, do this session, please just donate to Polish Man. And then like a couple of weeks in, I was like, our balance hasn't moved, and I've given away a fair few sessions. I might just put a phone call out, and the boys are like, "Oh man, we had no idea we had to go through the link." So they were just donating money to the Polish, which is good. It goes to the same place. Who cares?
Yep.
Yeah.
But that number would have been bolstered up even more, Johnny. Next year they'll know. Next year.
Yeah, we'll crush it next year, man. And that's a great example of what people can do, like with their own time. Like you literally don't have to do anything. You're not out of pocket any money. Brad's just given up his own minutes in the day, a week.
Yeah, and I'm here anyway. I'm here anyway. Yeah.
Which I've a personal feeling that anyone in business can't just consistently take with their little handout and have source income the whole time. You need to give back to something or someone at some point in your financial year.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. You always find that the more you give, the more you get back, and that cliche sort of thing. Like, on the comp weekend that we just had, like, I'll give him a shout out. I call him like my surrogate son, because some days I love him and some days I want to kill him. Young Cooper Brown.
Yeah.
He did the novice comp here, Johnny, early in the year. He was meant to do capo deadlift the previous year, but had COVID. And his pull-out game when it comes to comps is impeccable. It is he's just like, I'm out, see ya, and just won't turn up. And I love him to death, but we managed to get him to come into the comp, and I was sort of dirty because 2 days before he's like, I'm not coming. And I was like, well, I owe you a bashing because that was what we agreed on. That he needed to turn up. And I sort of sat there and went, over the last year, without a doubt, I've invested 1,000 hours into that boy. Without a doubt. You know what I mean? Like, just advice and like stuff through the gym and stuff. And to see him on the weekend lift and
that'd be cool.
Not feel out of place and like feel good, I was just like, man, worth every single text message that I get from his ass. It's worth it.
100%.
Yeah, just seeing him, like, he was walking around and he's just looking at the monsters at the deadlift comp. I'm going to embarrass the hell out of him, but I don't know how many times I had to stop him looking at Lily Riley and concentrate on what he had to do. I was like, we're lifting, bro. Like, put your tongue back in your mouth and shut your jaw. We've got work to do. And
that's most men at comps.
Yeah, he's 21, bro. He's 21. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. But she was a beast. He's like, wow, she's incredible. Like, she's lifts way more than me. I was like, yeah, give it time, bro. You'll be right. Like, but nah, very cool. Very cool.
That is a good thing about those comps and the novices coming through. They get to meet those people and they can show them, what, we all started somewhere. Like, I'm sure if he saw Lily Riley's first deadlift, first comp, he wouldn't be going, oh my God, she's amazing. Because, like, honestly,
exactly
there's some videos out there.
I said to him, this was the selling point for us trying to do this deadlift comp with Johnny. I was like, let's go down and do that. There's going to be some elite level lifters there, like Big Reaper last year, ripping in. Like, that was a mad show that he put on.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I was like, I'm a huge rugby league fan. I was like, a huge Broncos fan to the nines. As much as I dislike getting beat by Nathan Cleary, I will never, ever lace up the boots beside that man.
Yeah.
But I was saying to the boys, like young Cooper, I was like, you can roll your deadlift socks up and lift beside Reaper at one of these comps.
Yeah.
Like, you can lift beside some of these elite level people, whereas you'll never get to grace the field beside like Reynolds or, Walsh at the moment. But you'll get to do that and rub shoulders with these people who are also more than happy to help and talk to you.
Yeah, which is sick.
That's a huge selling point. That's got a lot of our guys across the line to come do the comp.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing about the powerlifting in general. It's such an easy, accessible sport, and not just as in barrier to entry, but also to get in touch with those big league level guys, like those elite guys. And they're, as you said, they're more than happy to stop. tell you about whatever they're doing, to give a bit of advice, and that's what we love about the sport. The community aspect throughout the whole of powerlifting just keeps people coming back.
Yeah,
I got in contact with Big Vasa, Berserker. We send him some shirts from time to time. He reps them and stuff like that, which is real cool. I got in touch with him when we first put up the Iron Throne Classic, and was like, Vasa, what's the chances of you making an appearance in Little Gympie? And he said, it's a bit far, but give me a second. Next thing, I'm in a group chat with Reaper, Luke Polly, I don't know how many other big names from New South Wales, and he's trying to get them all to come to our comp.
What a legend.
Then Luke Polly signs in. Reaper's. I spoke to Reaper on the weekend, and he was just like, Vasa has a tendency to just turn up to things unannounced. So just be prepared for the fact that he might just turn up. So I was like, yeah, right, okay. I haven't spoken to him since, and I don't know his plans, but Reaper's like, he does that that's just normal for him to turn up to comps. Hi, I'm here, can I lift? And I'm not going to tell him no. He's more than welcome.
Might be able to squeeze an entry in for him.
That's such a thing to do too.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, because Polly's doing it. He's locked that in.
Yeah, man, there's some incredible names coming. I'm super impressed. I'm stoked. And we try to do this thing this year, a lot of comps and stuff you go to that, it costs a lot of money, man, to do these things. Trophies and all that sort of costs a lot of money. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get together some sponsors.
Nice.
Sponsorship costs a lot of money too, and people don't have that much money this year, especially the way things have gone. So we put out a call and said, hey, we want sponsors. All I want is $300. We're going to put your name on our banner. And,
sick.
You can trade for me. So, with a good friend from Trademark Signs in Gympie, he traded me half the cost of the banners for his name to be on the banner.
Nice.
The guy who did the artwork traded his time and stuff like that. Just to all help out each other. I think I bought 60 or 70 medals or something to do this comp. We're having 40 competitors, but I'm having a first, second, third for every weight class. Overall trophies for juniors, masters, opens for male and female. Yeah, and then
fucking swords.
We've got first overall sword for the males, overall sword for the females. So with them, it's like a Game of Thrones male sword from the TV series, and then it's a female sword from the TV series, and then the famous dagger, cat's paw or whatever it's called, is going to be for the lifter of the day. 2 swords will hang in the gym. The male and female one, 2 swords will hang on the gym, and every year that say Johnny, you were to win the male overall this year, your name would be on the plaque of the sword. Sick. And then every year it would slowly go down the blade. So you'd have a history of that comp in the gym here. That was the plan with it anyway.
That's mad.
Fucking cool.
I just want Johnny's just doing incredible things, and I'm like, let's go. Let's not have one dude pumping out these incredible things. Let's match up. Reaper's thing, Revenant last year was awesome. With the leg bone, the femur bones as trophies. Just do something different. That's so Reaper-like, doing femur bones as trophies. So but I'm like, let's just keep that on the roll where it's just people go, I'm not competing anywhere else other than Capo because they're doing shit and looking after their people.
Yeah, got to make this thing exciting, bro.
Old adage.
Yeah, 100%.
A rising tide raises all boats.
Yeah, exactly right. There's a lady, I had a young, it was pretty cool. There was a young fella who competed at the deadlift comp this weekend with us. His name's Cooper as well. He's 15 years old, 108 kilos, and he's just started powerlifting. I seen him 4 months ago, his dad, who I used to play league for. He was one of my coaches when I played rugby league. They were in the gym, and I offered him, come down, bring a few of your guys, and we'll show them how to we'll do a deadlift session. Something like that. So I had a couple of my lifters who graciously donated their time as well to help show these boys. Cooper on the weekend pulled 180 kilo deadlift.
So cool.
at 15, and he's got so much more to give. Like, he'll be a 200+ kilo deadlifter within the year. But it's just things like that, man. Like, even being able to, just a kid, man, who's just an animal. He's hooked. His mum was like, she put a post up on Facebook, and she was like, he told me he was doing it, and I was a little bit apprehensive about coming and watching. She's like, how boring it would be. And she's like, how wrong I was. She's like, I turned up thinking, oh, yeah, just do, you know what I mean? Like, dudes running around in like little soft suits and stuff like this is going to be boring. And then she's like, it was not boring at all. They were hooked from the minute they got there. So that's
so
pretty
cool.
Fucking
so cool.
Yeah. People who have no idea about lifting who are just like, man, that's awesome.
Another cool thing for you that I think about, like for a small community like yourself, giving teens something to do as well that's physical and active for them, and get them involved in a sport, it's got to be so good, because there's so many other negative things they could be doing instead of being in a gym chasing barbells, right?
100%, yeah. Yeah. And it's good too, like you see, you know, it's good for business as well. Young Coop goes back to play footy, and all his mates are like, holy hell, what happened to you in the off season?
Yeah.
Where are you doing that? Then you got guys coming. Yeah, the guys coming through the door going, let's go, let's beef up, let's move. Let's get some power in our hands. And so it's very good.
Yeah, I think
very
doubt
exciting.
if it's not already, Iron Palace will be the household name up in Gympie.
I hope so. We just keep growing, man. Like when I started, it was sort of like had the mindset that, you know, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I just want to do my thing. I don't want to cause any trouble. I'm stick to myself and I do my own thing. And it was like that. And it is like that still to this day. But at the same time, that like old Conor McGregor quote in my head, I'm not here to take part, I'm here to take over, rings in my ears as well. It's like, let's go. If we've got time to do it and we've got the means to do it, let's do it.
So you guys number one gym in that area by far.
Yeah, we won. They had 2 votes for that this year, and we won both of them, which was pretty impressive.
Fuck yeah!
Like I said, they had not that you get on these posts and it's like it's almost like a popularity contest sort of thing, but at the same time, it's good for your gym. Like it's good for your gym. They had all these posts up where they were doing it, and I think out of like I said, 250 members, there was 220 plus votes for Iron Palace on that. So I'm like, how good's that? Like that's an unheard of hit rate in any industry, whatever you do, marketing, whatever. So I'm like, we're very proud of that. You know, it wouldn't all be members voting, but still, like I'll take that number.
Yeah, but that's just good feedback for yourself. Like it just continues to show you that what you are doing, whilst not having an idea, but I think you do have a bit of an idea. You know what you're doing, bro. You're working it out quite well. It's fucking working.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all about like putting the member first. And nowadays, absolutely everything, man, you can do without having a personal touch. You can get on your phone. You like that, you know, even like self-serve checkouts, man. There's no personal thing anymore. So it's like if you walk into a gym and the person says hello to you, and in this office, like the doors are always open. They come in, sit in here. It's uncommon. Like it's not uncommon to walk in the gym and there'll be 15 people in my office just hanging out in the aircon. Like that person. Oh, it's a headache some days, bro. Because when they all go home, I still got work to do. But it's good. Like it means it's a place where they can all chat about their mental health and they can chat about stuff. Like they'll have boys coming through going, "Hey, man, do you know of any work going on?" And then 20 minutes later, someone comes through and we've hooked them up with a job, or you know what I mean? Here, man, go work here. Go like this guy's looking for somebody. That's what it is. You got to put the customer first, I believe, in all this sort of stuff. They see your worth and you're giving away worth initially. The promise of extra worth in the future is what keeps them coming. Like, we're doing at the moment, a good friend of mine, he owns Golden Legacy Coaching, big Marcus Greenslade. I think he's 6'10", 155. Like he's a monstrous big bodybuilding fellow. He's got a couple of pros underneath him now as well. He's a big boy.
And what are we running, bro? The ultimate challenge, bro.
Challenge.
Yep.
Yes. So we want to do something different. Like, how many gyms? I'm not one for running 8-week challenges and stuff like that. I think sometimes that's just a bit of a gimmick. But we got together and said, hey, let's do a lifestyle change for people, like a proper lifestyle change.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that in 8 weeks. I think 16 weeks is a good marker.
Yeah.
But I don't want people just, to come in and do that. So we have a different degrees of how we're going to mark them. So strength building. So I'm going to pick 3 movements for me. Squat, bench, deadlift, for example. Let's see where you're at, and I'm going to see where you're at in 16 weeks. So I'll do your basic program. Mark's going to do your food. He'll do a caliper test, see how your body weight percentage and your body fat percentage is going. Over 16 weeks, we'll give you a program. The winner of that 16 weeks will win 10 grand.
That's the one.
So 10.
Boom.
10,000.
Get around that.
Fucking hell. That's unreal.
So I'm just like,
no one else
all
is doing
these 16-week challenges and all this sort of, no. It's like, hey, man, you can win $1,000 protein pack. That was donated by Joe Blow, who runs the protein place, the retailer, who's giving it to you for free.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not looking after your members.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, that's not looking after your members. So what we'll do is it'll cost them X amount a week. By the end of it, you've got a potential to win 10 grand. And I do not think it's going to be somebody who rolls in absolutely shredded out of their mind. I think it's going to be somebody who managed to stay consistent for 16 weeks. Like, people go to me, 10 grand's a lot of money. I was like, yeah, it is. 16 weeks is a long time.
Yeah. So, like, it's easy to stay motivated for 8 weeks.
Wants to be 100%. We want to do a thing where it's a proper lifestyle change. It's like getting somebody who doesn't go to the gym and then making them go to the gym 7 days a week isn't probably the healthiest lifestyle straight up. You know what I mean? So they have to be a member at the gym. So that's going to give them a pass to get into the gym. Every time they scan that code, that goes towards their point system. So if you've scanned in 7 days this week, you don't get any extra points.
Yeah,
but if you scan in 5, you do. That's a healthier lifestyle than turn up just for the fact of trying to win 10 grand.
Yeah.
I like that.
But, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's if you book a session with one of my PTs who's a mindset coach, there's an extra point because you're actively trying to change your life. You know what I mean? Like, if you go, hey, I want to learn weightlifting with one of my other coaches, absolutely. There's an extra point. That's you actively trying to change your lifestyle and actively better yourself. Absolutely. I'll give you an extra point for that.
Yep. That's unreal.
So cool.
That's good.
That's the
it's not
premise
just
of
about
it.
how you look in the mirror.
No, I literally want people to go, oh shit, Iron Palace is here. Or, oh shit, Iron Palace is doing a comp. Everyone shut your doors because it's going to generate that much movement. But yeah, that's the plan, man. Just got to keep working hard, eh?
When's that start?
Yeah,
shout out, bro. When's it start?
14th of January we'll start, so that gives us time to get all in the piss for New Year's and have yourself a good time. Fatten yourself up a bit before the challenge starts. I don't know.
Yeah, nice.
And then we'll probably do an info night.
Yep.
Do an info night, and then away we go. Start the challenge.
Let's go. Will you be in the challenge? Like, will you be in the challenge yourself?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Mimi keeps wanting to do it because she just wants 10 grand out of me. The missus. She's just like, can I win? I was like, I think that'd be frowned upon, babe. But no, it's 100% legit. We're going to make sure it's 100% right. I probably won't do it. I'm itching for. I've got a big hunt in February coming up with 4 of the boys from the gym, so I do a bit of bow hunting.
Yeah, wow.
Of course you do.
So I've got that lined up. I actually tore my tricep, tore 2 tendons off my tri 3 weeks ago, so I haven't even been able to hold my bow. But I'm working with an osteo at the moment, so he's hoping it's all good to go by February because I've already paid for that trip and I'm going either way. I said, even if we pump it full of cortisone, I'm going.
Yeah, fucking hell.
I'm going.
Oh, dear. And what animals are you chasing with that bow?
So So usually like ferals, like pigs and stuff like that. I used to shoot a lot when I was younger, like maybe like 20 years old. I hunted a fair bit. And I don't know what it is, man. It's sort of like, it's the same thing about like powerlifting community. You can't feel it, but you know it when you feel it. Do you know what I mean? You can't explain it, but you know it when you feel it. When you've got like, when you got that bow on your back or in your hand and you're just hiking through the mountains on your own, what's the saying? You lose yourself in things where you'll actually find yourself in them as well. I did it for years. I hunted so heavily, man. Like every weekend I was out doing my thing.
Wow.
Sort of change the scenery, move closer into town, sort of give it away for a bit, then open the gym, and that got hectic. Yeah. And then this year I made a conscious effort to go, we've been working that hard and I'm spending so much time here. For the better of my members, I need to step away sometimes. Because I can't give them what they need if there's nothing left to give. And I don't know. I find like I've got no reception out there. There's nothing. I can't get hold of anyone. I just go out, a few boys, and just like chase some pigs, chase some deer. Yeah, you know. And it's I feel it's far more primitive too. Like you're a good shot with a rifle. You got a good rifle, good scope. Yeah, know what you're doing. 200 meters is quite an easy shot. Whereas with a bow, sort of like I'm not really attempting anything over 40 meters. Yeah, so it levels the playing field. Like
you got to get close to it.
Most of the time it's under 20.
You got to get close.
So that's what I mean. Like that's it. He can smell me if the wind changes. He's got to make a mistake. For me to come out on top. So we're using 21st century equipment. You know, like the newest technology when it comes to bows and arrows and broadheads. But it's a very primitive thing where I can get on the ground, match myself against him, and see who was an apex predator on the day. I guess. Who made the right moves. Who outsmarted the other one. But
that's sick, bro.
Yeah, they're very fun. But like I said, a heap of the boys from the gym do it. Which that tightens the community as well. Like, literally the deadlift comp. There was at the deadlift comp, I had 15 people there, 20 people. 4 of us all bow hunt together out of that.
Oh wow!
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, bow hunting's next level, man. You need a level of fitness. You need to drag that thing around. You're fucking walking for days, try and chase the thing you want to shoot.
I've got next to no fitness at the moment. I'm just a big fat boy at the moment. But it's good. It's good for what is it? I can't spell cow, but I can pick him up. That's that's me. But like it's fun. Like we'll go out and trek 45,000 steps or something in a day and a half. Like just trekking around. Yeah, so the fitness comes back, and that's why I'm enjoying it too. Is like I need that fitness back about me.
Yep.
Lead by example.
Yep.
Fucking hell, bro, that's insane.
It's so fun, man.
We need to get some bow hunting.
We'll go out we went out.
Bloody oath, that sounds legit.
We went out 3 days one day, and we didn't shoot a single thing, and we just had the biggest ball, bro. We're just running around, all just trekking through, like. Getting in the grind together. Same as like the training session, I guess, where you're struggling, the boys are pushing you through. Similar thing was just like, get the work done, reap the reward from it from the end. Like we've got Bunnings like maybe a kilometre away from my gym.
Yep.
If you told me to go to Bunnings, I'm going to tell you straight up, fuck off. I'm not going. Let's walk up to Bunnings. You tell me, you walk to the other side of Gympie because there's a pig there. I'm grabbing my bow and I'm walking. It gives me an actual want to do it.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh dear, man, that'll be a lot of fun, no doubt. I could see maybe next year's trophy, something to do with some sort of bow and arrow kind of perhaps thing for 25.
Maybe set. Well, we've got one booked in for September with you as well. Yeah, bro. That I haven't. I've got to work on an idea for that too, because I want it to be like, this is where you come to go do those sort of weird and wacky sick meets where you get cool shit, and I don't care. I'll spend the money to make it happen to grow the sport. But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas in the bag, but I don't know exactly yet. We got to at least equal the Iron Throne Classic hype.
That's awesome.
We got to at least equal that hype. Maybe Vasa does make an appearance at that one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Or both.
Yes.
Yeah, who knows, bro? He can still turn up.
If he does, it'll be so fun.
Yeah.
He literally does. Vasa does what Vasa wants, bro.
Yeah. I remember talking to Vasa one day about him. And I said, how is he at comp, like before comp? He goes, you wouldn't believe it, Pro Raw a couple of years ago. I don't know if I'm talking out of school saying this, but it's funny. He said, I went up to check on him the night before the comp, and he goes, I couldn't find him, and he was downstairs smoking, drinking, playing the pokies before the night Pro Raw.
That's every meet of Vasa.
Yeah. Like he said, the minute it's not fun for him is the minute he pulls out.
Yeah.
So if it's as soon as it becomes a chore for him, he won't do it anymore.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's a lot, man. You got.
He has the ability to literally be the world's best.
Yeah,
but has too much fun in the meantime. Good on him, but
fucking oh.
Oh mate, it's those fun personalities that make the sport incredible, I think.
Oh,
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, you don't
go
get
there
them
to watch the elephant lift the log, but you want to be entertained. 100%.
Yeah. 100%. Oh mate, I've said it for years. You know, squat, bench, and deadlift. As much as the three of us maybe really genuinely enjoy it, it's fucking boring for everybody else to watch. Particularly if it goes for 8 hours. It fucking sucks. It sucks.
Oh yeah.
So there's got to be some cool shit going on.
I've been at comps going, fuck, all right. 2 flights between my lifter and my next lifter. I'm just gonna step out for a second and just chill.
Just gonna have a nap.
Yeah, mate, you got to.
Yeah.
Start putting more cool shit on like yourself, bro, and start bringing more people there. Oh yeah, State's gonna be huge.
Yeah, that's it. A few of my boys are already starting prep for that. They're super excited.
Mate, we need to get your crew ready for Worlds after Nationals. That's what we want, Brad. I need you in New York with me, bro. Let's go.
New York. Oh, well, man.
It's meant to be in Chicago, but it's meant to be in Chicago, but we got to have a holiday afterwards, right?
Yeah. Oh, bro, I'm probably going to need that little split when we go there. We're probably going to run them up together.
That's it. We can leave those slips at home one night.
Always run them up.
We'll leave our slips at home one night. So I think I heard Brando said he was going to come to Worlds this year.
Mate, I didn't realize it was in Chicago. I couldn't remember when you were hosting it, but I've always wanted to go to Chicago. Like,
let's go.
Come on, Brando, you're in, I'm in. Let's do it.
There is no better reason to go.
Yeah,
business expense.
It's absolutely the whole thing is a business expense.
There's got to be some fruit. There's got to be some fruits for the labour. Hey.
100%. We deserve a break, guys. We deserve a good holiday.
A business related holiday.
That's what I'm so excited about doing my.
I'm sorry. We all deserve a business trip to discuss ideas and network and all that fun stuff. Definitely not to go check out how fucking sick Chicago will be.
Not at all.
We 100% got to go do a gun range, but because you'd have to do a gun range.
Cool.
US gun ranges.
I feel like I need to go to a gun range with Brad.
I feel like Brad would be a good person to take to a gun range. Carrying those guns of his, like just fucking, he can just walk in. They'll fucking
as a meat shield, maybe.
Yep.
Big boy.
Pretty funny.
I'm taller when I lay on my side, bro.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I'm taller when I lay on my side.
But bro, to begin the wrap up, we've actually got 10. Well, Johnny has 10 of the most random questions you'll ever hear in your life.
They're right there.
And mate, let's go.
Are aliens real?
Let's hear 'em. Yes.
Favorite
Do you want me to
kids?
elaborate on these things, or
Yeah. Fuck.
just?
Particularly if you saw aliens, I want to know about it.
I haven't seen aliens. I sometimes when I get out of the shower and look at myself in the mirror, I look like an alien. But I have not seen aliens. But I've read enough bullshit, I guess, to think, man, there's got to be a bit more going on.
I totally agree.
100%.
Okay, you're winning with that last comment. Favorite kids TV show as a kid and or now, if you enjoy a kids show at the moment?
I was a huge medieval fan, so it was anything like I love medieval history. Half my tattoo sleeve is medieval history and ancient history. So anything to do with medieval history or like horrible histories back when I was a kid was a thing, and
really
anything with knights and armor and sword fighting, and I love that sort of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. Who are you going to have on your podcast when you have a podcast?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm really into my bow hunting at the moment. There's a couple of like really good high level Australian bow hunters. Big fan of Adam Greentree at the moment. I think he was on the Joe Rogan podcast a couple of months ago. That crazy man went into the backcountry of the US for 30 days, I believe it was, and covered 500 miles on foot. Didn't see a single other soul for 30 days.
Damn.
Yeah. Next level tough. Yeah.
Favorite memory of school? What is your favorite memory of school?
I was a handful.
No.
I went to a Christian college where my dad had given them permission to give me the cane if needed. So I was a handful. One of my favourite memories, bro, and I talk about this all the time. There was a bit of a footy blue, or a bit of a brawl, and we were all sort of getting the paddle.
Yep.
And my mate who had started it, I was sort of at the back of the line waiting for my turn. And my mate at the front of the line had gone in. He was the instigator. He went in, got his hiding. He come out, walked past all our boys and said, "Don't worry about it, boys. It doesn't even hurt." And they said, "Rejoin the back of the line." So he got a double. He got a double dose. Yeah. One of my favourites. Easily one of my favourites.
Fucking hell.
Paddling. You can't be paddling at schools anymore. And that's what's wrong with schools. Need paddling.
It was a table tennis. You know the game where they have like a stake in the ground with a tennis ball at the plastic bat?
Tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Yeah, it was one of them, bro. Had like teeth on it, bro. Had like teeth on it. Yeah, it's funny. It wasn't that bad, but that's who they were praying to there.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
Oh, I love it. What's your favorite YouTube channel?
I follow, like I said, a lot of hunting at the moment. Chris B, he's a famous, was a target archer, now runs like a bow archery channel, I guess you'd call it. I watch a lot of his stuff. Him doing epic hunts overseas and stuff like that. Real cool stuff.
That's cool.
Stuff I want to do one day when I have 4 gyms.
Love it. You get all the free time that'll come with 4. What's your big goal for? What's the big goal for 2024, bro? For Brad.
For Brad, I just want to keep growing. I've got another little business venture in my mind that I'm sort of keeping under wraps at the moment that I want to get started. Completely different to the gym.
Nice.
Just another venture. I sort of, like I said, I enjoy doing business now. Like it's hard and I like the challenge of it.
Yep.
But yeah, get that started. Like I said, I wanted 40 at your comp. I'd love to rock around with 40 for your the deadlift comp next year. That's one of the big goals.
Fuck yeah. Worlds, obviously.
And I want to take at least 10 to... Worlds. And take at least 10 to States.
Fuck yeah.
So that's some of the goals,
10 to States, 10 to Nats, 10 to Worlds. Let's fucking
10
go.
10 to Worlds.
This one's going to be nice.
And 10,000 rounds through the gun range.
Fuck yes. We're going gun range. I love that. What animal would you like to eat next?
Well, my favourite my favorite animal's bear. It's the bear logos and stuff like that for the gym. My Rottweiler who passed away earlier this year, his name's Bear.
Yeah.
My new Rottweiler that the gym bought me, there's another cool thing that the gym's done. His name's Coda, so Little Bear.
Yeah.
All time, I would love to hunt a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Like, conservation-wise, not just for the sake of shooting something, shoot an old bull who's out of the pod and done.
Yep.
I'd love to put an old boar down, I'd love to eat bear. Back in the day, apparently on the trails in America, that it was more common to be eating red meat. It was grizzly bear. It was anything else.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
I can tell
I'd love to
eaten
try
bear.
that. Have you?
Yeah, in Finland.
Thoughts?
It tasted. It was a slow cook, so it was like a nice meat gravy. It was. I enjoyed it. Jaylee didn't enjoy it, but I think she didn't enjoy it because she knew it was a bear.
Yeah, no.
It would just taste like a slow cooked meat, bro. It was nice little gravy. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
What are you saving your pocket money for?
Still talking about bow stuff.
Yeah, you are.
There's a new bow, Matthew's bow, come out in the last year in the last month even it would be. New one that's come out that's a U-Butte thing. I'd love to
put that
in the storage. Yeah, I want that one in the underneath me as well. I'd love that. Other than that, the missus wants to get married, so I have to
save up.
Weddings, bows,
save
bows. Well, if she gets a wedding, you get a bow.
Yeah. You can't. Well, how about I bring the bow to the wedding and shoot it shit? That'd be mad.
That would be mad.
And you get married in a monolith.
Broadhead coming out of the arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now we're talking.
I'm going to give you, me and Brando, we've saved our pocket money. And we're going to give you a billboard for the day. What do you want to put on it?
There's so many inappropriate things in my head. Nothing healthy.
Yep.
Nothing that would actually make you smarter by looking at it.
Yep.
If anything, anything. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it would be something inappropriate that you'd be dumber from looking at it. So it'd actually take away from your life than give you anything. Just for the stuff. I'm like, man, life's too short not to have a good laugh. So I'm like, if you're going to
couldn't agree more.
Put something up on a billboard that makes me going to enjoy myself rather than think about the shit I have to think about on a day-to-day basis.
I love it. What's your family tradition for Christmas Day?
So we usually do lunch with my old girl. My brother's coming up from Sydney this year, which will be good. Usually it's lunch with the old girl, maybe dinner or whatever with the missus family. Sometimes it's both, but usually it's just Christmas lunch together. Nothing too hectic. Because you look at the size of me, bro, I smash through that Christmas lunch and then it's like a proper food coma for a good 4 to 6 hours afterwards. And then I raid the leftovers.
Good.
So that's basically me. If there's no aircon, I'm not coming. Simple as that.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Good shit. I love it. That's it. 10 of them.
Mate, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Mate,
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for giving up your time today and chatting to us and about all things like to open a gym in the peak COVID in the circumstances you did is very admirable, bro.
Got flooded. Can't
thank you enough for sharing your story. And for those listening in, where can they find you? Give yourself a shout out on Insta and all that.
Yeah, so we're just I'm Palace on Instagram, very easy. Same on Facebook. Bare Bones Coaching is my brand of coaching. Like I said, we're still very small but growing. Wanting big things in the future. Ever up in Gympie, feel free, mention the podcast or whatever, and I'll give you a free session in the gym.
There you go. Unreal.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you boys getting me on. Like I said, I'm not the most articulate sort of person. I just do my thing. I just get through life as best I can. Not the most intelligent dude, but I just have a crack. That's the thing you'll find. But man, I appreciate.
That's all you can do is ever just jump in, have a crack. Very handsome. Very handsome.
Yeah. Well, clearly you both are blind.
We're both. Yeah, the two blokes wearing glasses. Yeah, we actually got the high definition vision because of the glasses. So
I'm half Asian, so I get the ultra wide view. I can see.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, man, if it's got rice on it, I'm all about it.
That's the best. Mate, thank you so much for your time. You enjoy your day. For those listening, please check out Iron Palace on Instagram. We'll throw the links up in the show notes. And, mate, you have a good Chrissy, and we'll touch base soon.
You too, boys. Look after yourselves.
See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.